Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on September 7th, 2021 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Mukha karoti vachalam yatthitha javahan mande Paramananda Madhavam
Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram.
Hare Om Tat Sat.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will be continuing with the compilation of the Sri Krishna Chaitanya book. Today we will be continuing from the part 2 of the chapter entitled Setu Bandhan Sarovar. Under the section The Lord Travels to Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mangal Shesh Khanda 2.123.
সমুদ্র বান্দিলাতে হো এগাছ পাথরে তুমি বান্ধ দেখি এই সরোবরে
Lord Rama built a bridge across the vast sea with trees and stones. Let us see if you, Lord Krishna, can build a bridge now.
This was told by Radharani, Lord Krishna.
So this was spoken by Srimati Radharani to Lord Krishna. Chaitanya Mongol Shesh Khanda 2.124.
এ বল শুনিয়া প্রভু লহু লহু হাসে আমি জলে থুইলে সে ইটা পাথর ভাসে
Lord Shri Krishna, laughing slightly at Srimati Radharani challenge, said, "If I throw trees and stones on the water, they will definitely float."
So normally, stones don't float,
You see, normally stones don't float.
but Lord Ram was able to make the stones float.
But Lord Ram was able to make the stones float.
So Srimati Radharani was challenging Krishna. All right, if you're really Ram,
So Srimati Radharani was challenging Krishna. All right, if you are Ram,
then make the stones float.
then make these stones float.
It's an interesting test.
So this is an interesting test.
That someone says they're avatar, and they should show you they can make stones float.
If someone says that they are an avatar, then they should show you that they can make the stones float. Chaitanya Mangal Shesh Khanda 2.125.
এ বল শুনিয়া গোপী বলিছে বচন আনিয়ে পাথর দেখি বান্ধ হয় এখন
Hearing these words of Lord Krishna, the gopis said, "Okay, we will bring the stones. Let us see how you will make a bridge."
Now this great pastime of Krishna is being explained to Lord Chaitanya.
So in this way, the pastimes of Lord Krishna was being explained to Lord Chaitanya.
Lord Chaitanya was in great ecstasy.
And Lord Chaitanya was feeling great ecstasy. Chaitanya Mongol Shesh Khanda 2.126.
মিছা গর্ব না করি হো শুনহ কানাই পাথর ভাসয়ে জলে কবু শুনি নাই
Listen, O Kanai, don't be falsely proud. We have never heard stones floating on water.
all gopis are challenging Kanai.
So all the gopis are challenging Kanai.
Lord Krishna has seen the show and make the stones float.
So Lord
Otherwise, he should not claim to be Ram.
So Lord Krishna should able to show the stones float, otherwise he cannot call himself as Ram. Murari Gupta Korcha 4.5.11. Then Lord Krishna, who is the mastermind of uncountable transcendental pranks and the exclusive enjoyer of mischievous rasa, imbued just replied to Srimati Radharani, "Know that I am an exquisite jewel of all sublime qualities. You are a cowherd's daughter."
Lord Krishna was replying to Radharani first.
Lord Krishna was replying to Radharani first. Murari Gupta Korcha 4.5.12. If someone were to take the great abundance of rock and trees from the mountains and weave them together upon the water, they could never float. Still, oh, treasure house of ecstasy, Radhe, you may now witness a demonstration of the power of my host of sublime jewel-like qualities.
Lord Krishna replied to Radharani and the gopis
So Lord Krishna replied to Radharani and the gopis
with these words.
Chaitanya Mangal Sheshkanda 2.127.
ঠাকুর কহে আনয় গাছ পাথর পাথরে বান্ধিব আমি এ সরোবর
Lord Krishna said, "Just bring the trees and stones, and I will build these stones a breach over this lake."
So, Lord Krishna is telling the gopis, all right, bring the trees and stones.
So Lord Krishna is telling the gopis, all right, bring the trees and the stones. Murari Gupta Korcha 4.5.13. All of Sri Radha's Sakhis, who are the topmost Rasikas, are understood the essence of Srimati Radhika's words, enthusiastically forming a line, and they very quickly brought many rocks, the trees with boulders and so forth from the forest. Lord Shri Krishna used this to build a bridge that floated upon the water of this kunda. As everyone looked upon the scene, the gopis bowed down and glorified him with the utterance of
Jai, Jai!
Jai, Jai.
So Krishna, he did what he said he would do.
So Krishna, he did what he said he would do.
And the gopis bowed down and appreciated Krishna
The gopis bowed down and appreciated Krishna
and said, all glories, all glories.
and said, "All glories, all glories."
Jaya, Jaya.
Jai, Jai. Chaitanya Mangal Sheshkanda 2.128.
কেবল শুনিয়া তারা বহিয়ানে ইটা কাষ্ঠ খান খান আনে পাথর গোটা গোটা
Hearing the words of Lord Krishna, the gopis carried bricks. They brought pieces of woods and lumps of stones. Chaitanya Mangal Sheshkanda 2.129.
এ গাছ পাথরে সরোবর গেল বান্দা ভালো ভালো বলে গুপি মুস্কি হাসে রাধা
With these trees and stone, Lord Krishna built the bridge across the lake. Congratulating him, the gopis said, "Good, good." Srimati Radharani showed a slight smile.
So, Lord Krishna had fulfilled his promise.
So Lord Krishna had fulfilled his promise.
And the rocks and trees floated,
and the rocks and the trees floated,
built a bridge across the lake.
and built a bridge across the lake. Chaitanya Mangal Shesh Kanda 2.130.
রাধার কারণে সরোবরে হইল সেতু, সেতু বন্ধ সরোবর কহি এই হেতু।
Because of Srimati Radharani, bridge was built on the lake. Therefore, this place is known as Setu Bhandha Sarovar.
Lord Krishna had said that he was Lord Ram.
So Lord Krishna has said that he was Lord Ram.
Radharani said, "You are called a boy.
And Radharani said that you are a cowherd boy.
If you're Ram, then you can build a bridge of rocks running across this lake."
So then, if you are Ram, you can build a bridge across this lake
Of rocks
of rocks
floating in the water.
on the water.
And that was done by Lord Krishna.
That was done by Lord Krishna.
This way, Radharani and gopis are increasing the transcendental rasa of Lord Krishna.
So, in this way, Radharani and the gopis were increasing the transcendental rasa of Lord Krishna. Murari Gupta Korcha 4.5.14. The pastimes of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna in the company of their gopi friends are imbued with the zenith of sweet rasa, with comedy and so on. All glories to those pleasured pastimes which are forever filled with the uninterrupted, ever expanding flow of their divine prema. The topmost rasika who hear of these pastimes and thus remember the divine couple simply laugh at the idea of achieving happiness through mere transcendental knowledge, and without a qualm they utterly ridicule the thought of liberation.
There's so much ecstasy in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna and the gopis.
There is so much ecstasy in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna and the gopis.
Therefore, the devotees, the advanced devotees who hear these pastimes,
Therefore, the advanced devotees who hear these pastimes,
they reject the idea of the impersonal liberation
they reject the idea of impersonal liberation
because they want to enjoy the transcendental loving ecstasy of Krishna and Radharani.
because they want to enjoy the transcendental loving ecstasy enjoyed by Krishna and Srimati Radharani. Murari Gupta Korcha 4.5.15. Hearing this most astounding and confidential narration of Sri Krishna Leela, Sri Gaurahari became immersed in the ecstatic moods of Srimati Radharani, and he danced in joyful abandon.
So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna in the mood of Radharani.
Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani.
So, hearing this pastime, he felt great transcendental joy.
So, hearing to these pastimes, he felt great transcendental joy.
Dancing in the ecstasy of Radharani.
He was dancing in the ecstasy of Radharani. Chaitanya Mangal Shesh Kanda 2.131.
এ বল শুনিয়া প্রভু অন্তর উল্লাস, গোরা গুণ গায় সুখে এলোচন দাস।
Lord Chaitanya became happy to hear this pastime of Srimati Radharani and Lord Shri Krishna. Lochan Das also finds great joy in describing the glories of Lord Gauranga.
So, that ends the description of the Setubandhu Sarovar.
So here ends the description of the Setu Bandhan Sarovar.
Lord Chaitanya, as he was visiting the holy places in Brajamandal.
As Lord Chaitanya, he was visiting the holy places in the Brajamandal.
So, in this confidential pastimes of Radha and Krishna,
In this confidential pastime of Radha and Krishna,
he was experiencing extreme ecstasy
he was experiencing extreme ecstasy
and dancing
in dancing
with total abandon.
with total madness. Thus ends the chapter entitled Setu Bandha Sarovar. Under the section, the Lord travels to Vrindavan.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.